Hi, I'm Laura from Ontario Business Central. Today I'm here with Heather Weiler from Red Oaks Business Services. Thanks for coming in, Heather.
Thanks for having me.
So you started your business in 2011.
Yes.
And you're a bookkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
What made you start your business?
Back in 2011, I had 3 very young children and found myself suddenly widowed. I needed to find a way to have an income where I could still be at home or available for the children. I was working part-time as a bookkeeper at my friend's graphic design business, and their bookkeeper was a contract bookkeeper, and she did that for lots of companies. I thought, I can do that. So I did the training to get that started. That was a very empowering thing for me to be able to still provide for my family and earn some income at the same time.
What have been some challenging points of owning your own business versus working for somebody else?
The most challenging thing was getting customers in the first place. I did hire a marketing consultant.
And what kind of things did he tell you to do?
First, he said just write letters to your family, friends, and neighbors. Just say, hey, I'm starting a bookkeeping business. That makes you accountable to a certain degree too, because you see them at family gatherings or on the street or whatever and say, hey, how's your bookkeeping business going? You need to have an answer.
Right.
I think I got 6 clients out of my first 10 letters.
That's huge.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Good for you.
The hardest thing was networking, because I'm very introverted and talking to people was scary. It was really helpful to have somebody to tell me exactly what I needed to do and to hold me accountable for getting it done.
Are you still on your own, or do you have staffing now?
No, I'm still on my own. There's plenty of work out there.
Right.
I like doing the work. I don't want to supervise other people doing the work. That's not really my skill set.
What do you think are the pain points for bookkeeping or accounting with new businesses?
They don't know what to do or who to call or anything about it. I mean, bookkeeping is so important. It's one of the very first things that people should do when they set up their business. Mm-hmm. A business is like a tripod. It's got 3 legs, the marketing, production, and accounting. And if any one of those elements is weaker than the others, then it's not a stable structure. Very important to find somebody as soon as you can to help you manage those finances and direct you in how you should go in terms of dealing with the CRA and all those types of things.
Yeah, CRA seems to be very scary for new business owners. Should they be afraid of CRA?
They should not. The CRA, they're always lovely people to deal with. They're very patient, kind, understanding, and helpful.
Okay.
It's nice to have someone in your corner who understands how to deal with the CRA. This is what they expect of you, and you give them what they expect, and then you never hear from them.
If I'm a brand new business owner, where do you recommend that I go?
A lot of the work I get is from accountants that I deal with. They have customers that need a bookkeeper, and can I help them? And the thing to know about bookkeeping is it's not a regulated industry in Canada, meaning there are no minimum standards or qualifications or licensing or anything.
Right.
That said, I've voluntarily registered and certified with a national organization called Certified Professional Bookkeepers of Canada.
Okay.
And there's a minimum standard exam qualifying that you have to pass, and then there's ongoing education requirements. And the goal of the organization is to raise the level of bookkeeping service providers nationwide. That would be definitely a place to look as well.
Now, you ran your business for a number of years, and then you decided you were sole proprietorship?
Correct.
And in 2021, you decided to switch to an incorporated company. What made you consider to do that?
It was my 10-year anniversary. As with everything, it changes over time. And there was more automation and online software. So bookkeeping became more of a data entry job. People would view that as that's just data entry and it's a minimum wage job. And that's not really true. So I thought, I'd rather not have the word bookkeeping in my name. Mm-hmm. I decided Red Oak Business Services. The imagery of the oak tree, you start with your tiny acorn and the potential in that acorn to become a mighty oak tree. I like the imagery of that, and that's the same with people's businesses. It can start with an idea and a passion, but it has the potential to be something huge.
So what's been the best part of having your business?
being able to make my own schedule. I just worked part-time when the kids were little. That was great because then I had time to deal with them and be there when they got home from school and summer holidays and all this. But now that they're all adults, I have lots of time to ride my bicycle. I can work whenever I want to and get all the work done in a timely manner and still have time to have my own life the way I want to.
And do you feel like working for yourself financially has been good for you?
Yes, absolutely. Because before I did this, I had full-time jobs, and I'm making more money now working for myself than I ever have at a full-time job, and I'm only working part-time hours.
That's great.
It's worked out pretty good for me.
Were you nervous about starting a business?
I was. I worked as a bookkeeper at my friend's graphic design business part-time for 5 years. By then, my kids were older. They were all in school full time, and I could work more, but they didn't have more work for me to do. So I did some online training with a company called Universal Accounting. That was a massive game changer. And I was glad that I did that because a year or two into it, a friend of mine, fellow bookkeeper, she said, well, hey, I've got this job and they need a bookkeeper. Would you like
To
see
apply?
if you can do that? I said, sure, that sounds great. It was a car dealership, and I've been working with that company for 11 years now. It's one of my
that's
favorite
great.
jobs.
Oh, good. Did you ever have a client that you didn't want to work with?
Yes. I'm selective about who I work with because I'm more of a specialty shop than a dollar store. I've worked with enough people over the years that I can tell who's going to be good and who's just going to be a problem. If I can't get things running smoothly in 6 months, it's not happening. If people don't respect me or respect what I do or answer my phone calls, answer my emails, give me the stuff I need, like I can't do your work if you don't give me the information.
Right. How do you think you stand out versus other bookkeepers?
I can manage very complex things. I did have a farm equipment dealership years ago, and they had just transitioned to an industry-specific software. Once I got in there, I realized a significant portion of their software had not even been set up.
Right.
It didn't work at all. So they arranged for the software company to have some more training and set that up and make it work. And then once it was working, I developed systems and procedures to effectively and efficiently deal with those things to make sure that they were finished.
Right.
Over the course of maybe 3 years or so, they won an award for being the most profitable farm
wow.
equipment dealership in North America.
Do you have a recommended threshold of what a business owner should hold back for taxation as they start and grow their business?
People as sole proprietors should probably hold back 30%. And that's only for their personal income tax. So like in my case, I registered for HST right out of the gate. You don't have to until you reach $30,000 in sales. But my goal was to reach $30,000 in sales. I just registered for HST and was charging it from day one. For service industries, go weekly, see what your sales are, then put 13% of that into a savings account. And then when you file your HST, the money's just there and you don't have to worry about it.
Well, that's a good idea. So you've been in business for 15 years. How has technology changed over that time frame?
Quite significantly in this industry. Desktop software only worked on your workstation, but with QBO and Xero and other online accounting software, it's online, so you can access it anywhere. As far as the data entry portion, there's softwares out there where people can scan their receipts or invoices and they can take pictures of it, they can forward emails there, and then the bookkeeper can go into that software and look at the document. And there's actually a PDF copy of the document attached in the transaction, which is super cool because if the
Right.
person ever gets audited, then they don't have to go digging through boxes looking for stuff. That wasn't a thing 15 years ago.
Everybody had a shoebox
Right.
full of receipts. What would you say the difference for taxation is between a sole proprietorship and a corporation?
I believe corporate income tax is about 12% and personal income tax is more like 30%. If you're incorporated, you can put yourself on payroll and then the company pays half of your CPP. Whereas
Right.
if you're a sole proprietor, you're paying 100% of the CPP.
Oh, that's a good point. So, Heather, what's the most unexpected point in having your own business?
Who I have become as a person. I don't have anybody to tell me what to do. I don't have anybody to back me up. So I've seriously had to up my game in a lot of ways. But again, that goes back to being empowering. I hadn't expected so much personal growth, I guess. That's been a wonderful side benefit.
And what would you say is your most positive point for you in having your business?
I like empowering other people to be successful in their business. Like, it's only a good deal if everybody wins.
Yes.
One of my core values is being a person of increase and wishing increase for everybody.
Well, I think a lot of business owners, they don't know how to price. They don't know how to value themselves.
Yep.
And a lot of them undervalue.
They do, yeah.
Heather, for somebody who's looking at starting a business, what advice would you give them?
A business plan's a good idea so that you have a roadmap for what you're doing. Like, what do you want to achieve? How do you want to achieve it? When do you want to achieve it by? That really helps to make decisions on what they're doing as they go forward. Are you hitting your targets and things like that? Definitely a bookkeeper can help you with that. So make sure you have strong marketing, strong accounting, strong production. Those are the three legs of a successful business.
How were we at Ontario Business Central able to help you with your business?
When I started Red Oak Business Services, what I liked about OBC was I could search on that platform, is this name already being used? And so instead of having to do business name search over here and domain search over there, it was all in one place, and it was very cost effective and easy to use. It was great.
Thank you for saying that. Well, it's very, very nice meeting you, Heather. I appreciate you coming in and giving us your story and also explaining bookkeeping and accounting, because that's definitely a pain point for entrepreneurs or people thinking about going into business. Okay, thank you.